What's going on, everybody? Wild Time here, and it's time for World of Warcraft. We're talking about mailbox clear out weekly today. Last week, we left off at 2.7 million on this realm between, it says 7 characters, but this one might as well get rid of him. We'll leave him on there, and him on there. So between 6 characters, 2.7 million from crafting, farming, and transmog. So let's look at this week what we got in the bank to see if we can get that number up at all. So if you like gold making and gold making content and the occasional Mythic Plus, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel because you're going to find out a lot of tips. You're going to find out a lot of good things to craft, things to farm, and ways to make gold in Azeroth. So let's look at some of what we have. This is what was my main when I was doing content, getting achievements and stuff like that for Mythic Plus and those kind of things. Alchemy and Inscription. So let's look and see what we have here. Okay, so total in the bank 7,651. Now I have not touched Alchemy in months besides making endless tinctures of, I think, renewal. Yes, I've been making those, and they're from BFA and they're trinkets. I've been selling them a lot, but as far as alchemy goes, you got a cancel scan. We're not making anything, right? So let me just pull this up real quick just to show you. So you've got alchemy. Look at this, all the new stuff. I mean, we're losing on literally everything, except for like deadly fixation. You make 52 gold on, but you would have to sit there and cancel scan that. Flask of power, making 154 gold on, but you're having to spend 245. So I mean, you could do a little bit with that, but that's just not. I mean, I can't stand selling a lot of something with a little bit of profit, and then doing that over and over on one character because I play so many. Anyway, pretty much what I do on here for alchemy is the endless tinctures and shadestone. So shadestone, I make one a day, and look, we're making 600 gold off of each one right now, and they sell pretty quick, but that's pretty low. A lot of times they'll go for higher. And then I make the endless tincture of not this one. Where's the other one? Flasks. Oh, here it is. Endless tincture of renewed combat. We're making 960 gold on that one, and it is rank 3. So every time I craft it, I have the chance to make 2 and to double that. All right. So back to this. 7,650 gold. Anything notable? Sold my shade stones here. 4 of them for 3K. Glyph of spectral vulpine. That sold within a day. Made about 200 gold on that. Augment runes. Those are dirt cheap right now. The price is just going to go down with 9.2.7. What are we on? Yeah, 9.2.7. Is that right? The next patch for season 4. I anticipate them going down. Another Shadestone. That one sold pretty cheap. Some contracts of the Enlightened. All right, this was interesting. I did do a test on this for roseate pigment. I bought a bunch of it was the herb from the place where the demons were in Legion, Astral Glory. But a bunch of Astral Glory and milled it, and then sold the roseate pigment and made some gold like that. I was just trying it out. Some more roseate pigment. Let's see, nothing really else, right? Nothing really exciting on here. So let's open all this up and move on to our next one. At the end of this, we're going to go ahead and try. Well, we won't try. We will. We will see how much we made for the week with TSM. So let's switch over to the next character. Deadly Wedgie here. He is a leatherworker and skinner. And if y'all have been following my channel and caught some of the live streams, this is one of the Toons I do my skinning farms on. Although I think next live stream skinning farm I may do on my other realm because it sells for a lot more. Of course, we won't have to worry about that too much here in about a month, right? When the auction house changes and everything is region wide. So, but for now, that's what I'm gonna do. Didn't craft a whole lot But I did do some this week. I didn't craft a whole lot in general. I've been doing transmog farming and some other like raw farms and material farms. So let's just look and see what we have here. Dredged leather. Now, dredged leather was normally selling for like 25 to 30 gold on my realm. It went down a little bit to like between 10 and 20, but that's okay. It's easy to farm. Shadebound treads. Flaming hoop. This is interesting here. The flaming hoop. So let's check this out real quick actually before we move on. And I do want to make a follow-up video to this about how to get these legion patterns and what you can sell them for. So this right now is astronomical, right? This is not right, because if you look here, the Fellhide, the current minimum buyout is 1,000 gold, which is ridiculous because it's normally between 1 and 200 gold. It has been for the last while anyway. So the historical price is 200 gold, market value 500. This you can farm. You can farm this by just going to. There's one up now, I think. Ezra. I'll just get out of this stuff. Broken Isles. Excuse me. And if you look, there's one up in Stormheim right now, and I'm level 3 on Fellhide, so I could go there and get 6 of these, potentially sell them for 6,000 gold today, right? So, as a matter of fact, let's see if we can go ahead and post that real quick. Oh, we sold a couple things here. Some fell slate, some desolate leather. Whoops, actually didn't mean to list that desolate leather. That was an accident. Oh well. So let's go here and let's do, where is our Fellhide at? Did I already list it as well? Let's see. Fellhide, that's the old Fellhide. Let's see. Huh. Maybe I used all mine, so I'll definitely have to go do that. But anyway, what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to go farm that, and then I'm going to list it up and see if I can snag 1,000 out of it. But anyway, like I was going to say before my plans were foiled by that crazy price. These typically make a ton of gold, right? So this flaming hoop that I just sold takes 5 of these. So Fellhide, figure you take your 200, right, that it normally is. And then so let's just say that it's 1,000, and then the stonehide leather is usually about 2. So let's just say it's like 1,200, 1,300, and you're selling it for like 4,000, 5,000. So typically I'm making about 3,000 to 4,000 gold on this flaming hoop. Leather pet bed, same thing, making several thousand. Pet leash, this is insane. You're still making 142 gold on it, but typically figure this is 200. This is going to be like 120, so you're spending like 300, 400 gold on these depending, and selling for like 1,000. So that's probably the biggest seller right there. Anyway, I want to do a follow-up little video on how to get those as well, so make sure you're subscribed and got your notifications on to check that out. I plan on doing that this weekend. Anyway, back to it. So yeah, the flaming hoop sold for 4,800 is what I got back. The leather pet bed sold for 2,131. Desolate scale helm, not hide leather. This was interesting. Did a live stream, and I was farming actually cleft hoof fur, but I got a lot of not hide leather with it, and it sold. This took me 30 minutes to farm 186 of these, and sold for 2,000. Magnificent hide, making those every day, daily with the exotic leather. Not hide leather scraps. This was crazy, actually. I even said, why would anybody buy these not hide leather scraps instead of the not hide leather? At the time, the scraps, you were going to spend more on the scraps to make the not hide leather than if you bought the not hide leather. I don't know if that changed to what, but somebody bought the scraps, 119 of them for 1,000 gold. And then the cleft hoof leather that we did on stream the other day, it sold like immediately. Like I did it, and then I posted it, and it sold. 17 of them sold for, look at this, 17 of them sold for 5,000 gold. That is insane sell rate. So I don't know if I just got lucky or if they always sell like that, but I'm glad that happened. Another leather pet leash here for 1,200 on that one. Bone Shatter Wasteguard. So this is a rank 7 legendary, and I've had this thing for like 2 weeks. It finally made enough profit to where I made like 1,000 gold on it, but I had to spend like 13 or like 11,000 gold to make it or something. So legendary, for me at least, the market is non-existent. I'm not even bothering with it. Leather Love Seat, these are selling actually pretty well also. But out of all the Fellhide ones, I think the Pet Leash is the best because you get the most profit and you have to use the less Fellhide. Another Leather Love Seat for 2,300, and another Pet Leash for 1,600. 50,000. Let's open that up. So with gold making, like you never know, right? And a lot of people are stressed out about this new auction house change. It is July 2nd today, so T minus 1 month from the great migration to have auction house commodities be like region wide. So some of this stuff I anticipate, like the pet leashes, the old school toys, the price may go down some because the material is going to go down, but you're already making an insane amount on them, so I can't imagine them taking that big of a hit. So things like that are going to be good to invest in to keep making gold in 9.2.7 and then on into Dragonflight, because people are going to buy that stuff for all the following expansions, right? All right, so don't forget about that old world crafting. Let's move on. Okay, Beard of War, my blacksmith. By the way, thanks to everybody who sticks around and watches for the video and subscribes. I really appreciate it. I'm stunned by the amount of people that are interested in not the content necessarily, but in what I have to say. So if you ask me, I'm going to tell you, hey, I know what I'm doing. And I do for the most part. But for other people to recognize it and be like, hey, man, you're really helping me. That's awesome. So thank you for that. And I know these videos get kind of long, 20 to 30 minutes ish. So thanks for sticking around. I know it's a lot to cover. All right, anyway, blacksmith and engineering. Crafting wise has been the most profitable for me in Shadowlands. Okay, blacksmithing is doing amazing. Engineering, I don't even have engineering maxed out in Shadowlands because honestly it sucks. If anybody knows anything that's going to be awesome, like to make a lot of gold in engineering for Shadowlands, let me know. BFA, I had it mainly because they had the one-handed weapons that they could make, and then a bunch of different mounts, which I still can make the mounts. I'm sort of lazy though, right? Like I have the Mecha Mogul thing from the Motherlode. I'm just always too lazy to farm the parts. Actually, let me make a note here because I want to farm those. Maybe I'll put that on stream and farm that because you're supposed to be able to make pretty good profit on it, but I have not done it yet. I haven't even assigned value to the parts for it yet because they don't like vendor, like you pick them up specifically from the Motherlode, so you have to add in TSM a cost. So anyway, I may look at that. And so a lot of the older mounts and things still make good profit, but as far as Shadowlands engineering, haven't had luck. Blacksmithing, on the other hand, doing pretty well. So let's look. 28k for the week. Breastplate in there, breastplate. Leviathan's Eye of Strength. I sold that off. I bought a bunch on accident for the Mage Tower, and I'm selling them back at a loss. Shadow Steel Sabatons. This probably made about 2k on that. Pump Action Bandage Gun. This is a Legion recipe that I don't know why people buy it. I have no idea. It like shoots out little healing things, I guess. I've never even used it, but I sell a bunch of them. My other realm, they actually sell for like 5k, but making about 1,700 or more on these each time they sell. Wormhole Generator Argus. The wormholes have been selling faster than I cared to keep up with. They sell really quick. I'm afraid to craft like 10 at a time because I think if I do, they'll just like get stuck. But they've been selling pretty fast. Sometimes they take like 3 or 4 days to sell. Sometimes they sell immediately. Again, these things, these wormhole generators and these things that aren't going to be like commodities, I think are still going to be good going forward even after the auction house merging. There's another Pump Action Bandage Gun, Shadow Steel Greaves, 700. Swap Blaster, toy, probably made about 800 or 900 on that. Ceremonious Smasher. This is insane, right? This is a level, what is this? A level 100 item for a level 50, and it costs maybe I don't know, 100 gold to make, sold for 1,000 gold. That's nuts. Here's something else that's crazy. Crafted Dreadful Gladiator's Plate Helm. This is the 50 item level 54 version, I think. Look at this. This cost me maybe a few hundred gold to make. 7,369 gold is what it sold for. That's bizarre. So crafting really, if you have the gold for it, crafting really can be like the most gold per hour depending, right? Because I made about 6,000 plus gold on that one item. Yeah, it took maybe 3 or 4 days to sell, maybe a week, I don't really know. But even if it takes 2 weeks to sell, that's like 6,000, and it didn't take you hardly any time at all to make, and you're posting anyway, right? Let's look at what did I say was crazy? The ceremonious, the smasher. So let's see. So yeah, so look at this. Now it's selling for 144 gold now, but that one sold for 1,000. So that's nuts. All right, let's move on here and check out our other one. Okay, Deadly Kora. He is our tailoring and enchanting. I haven't done much with him this week, but again, blacksmithing has been the best. However, you could have any professions, right? There isn't like one like best profession for everybody. You just make money in different ways. So if I dug into this guy for like enchanting and tailoring, you know, I could make a lot of gold. Same thing with leatherworking and skinning, you can make a lot of gold. Blacksmithing, engineering, you can make a lot of gold. It's going to be somewhat realm dependent, and also it's just going to be dependent on how much time you put into it, how much you learn about the crafts, the professions, and how much like you go and get old patterns and stuff like that. This one always interesting. Neck enchants, Mark of the Distant Army. People buy these because they get tired of smashing their face against their keyboard slash table doing the mage tower, I assume. So you enchant your neck and it helps you. Light step hoof plates. These are cool. This is a mount. So back in, I think, Legion, they added mount equipment to where different ones do different things. These light step hoof plates, I don't remember what they do. They do something. But you have one for like water walking, one for like you're on it and things can't knock you off and daze you. And I think one of them like diminishes your fall damage when you fall or something like that. But anyway, I craft them and I make them. I have my blacksmither craft them because this is what they're made from. And as you can tell, if I buy them, they're 850 gold. But if I craft them, they're 327. So, yep, I do that. And then let's see what else we got. Deep sea satin, pyrite ore, had that left over from somewhere in the past. Shadow scale tunic, you know, I mean, it's level 87. I use the novice crafter's mark. I'm probably paying like 100 gold for it, so I'm making, you know, 400 gold on that, 200 gold on this. So these little 200 and 300 gold pieces, those really add up. Deep sea satin, still selling that off, and just some more shrouded stuff. Again, the level 87 stuff where we're making, you know, 300-400 gold on each one. Which is actually pretty good. I feel sort of bad about saying that tailoring has been horrible. Maybe I just haven't put enough time into it. So let's open that. 18K. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let's see. Let's go to our bank Toon. Okay, here's my bank Toon. He is a level 10 Handarn DK. Level 10 because if something happens to your level 1 bank Toon, Blizzard won't recover it. I think if you have a level 10, they recover it for like 90 days. So 77,000 gold. My bank Toon is somebody that I just throw. Oh, excuse me. My bank Toon is somebody that I just throw stuff to things that aren't going to sell real fast. I just ship them to him. Other than that, I use my my mount. But if you don't have the mount with the auction house, the Brutosaur, then a bank Toon is really going to be nice for you. That way, you don't have to keep going to an auction house and stuff like that. You don't have to park any characters especially if you're playing them. All right, so look at this though. Endless Tincture of Renewed Combat, sold 3 of them in one day actually, and so we're making about 700-800 gold each on those. Silk weave bracers, 117. Probably only made 100 gold on that. Ashari salad, 52 gold. That was just left over from probably, I think, BFA. Valor's mid sabotage of the quick blade. This is a transmog that I picked up from somewhere. No idea where. Probably for farming leather. Dreadful gladiator stuff, 371 gold. Another endless tincture right there. Okay, so Ice Pine Waistband of the Peerless. I think I do know where this came from. This came from the Stonehide Leather Farm. And this dropped, and it sold fairly quickly. 500 gold. Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling. Probably made about 1,000 gold on this. Maybe more. Probably more like 1,500. It is a... it's either a... Is this the pet, or is this the trinket from Pandaria? Either way, I've been listening to this thing for probably the better part of 2 weeks now, so I haven't crafted it again. Plundered Blade of the Northern King. This is a transmog from Island Expeditions. So I actually had some doubloons left over and from like BFA, and I just bought some boxes and I got this. This took about a week and a half maybe to sell, maybe 2 weeks, but it's 57k. So that's really nice. Barnacled Hermit Crab. Oh, this is interesting. This is something that I need to go make a note to go do, because this came from Pet Charms. So I get Pet Charms mainly from the auction. The command table, and I bought this. Now I did have to list him for a week or so before he sold, but that's nice. Well, I'll tell you what. Just Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling. That's the pet. This down here, the Ghost Iron Dragonling, that is the trinket. Either that or I have those mixed around. Okay, Highborn Compendium of Storms. I've sold a couple of these recently. These only cost me like 800 gold to make or so. I mean, I make like 8,000 or more gold on this. They don't sell very often, but I always keep one up. The Compendium of Storms, and then I forget the name of it, but it's the red one as well. They are the trinkets from BFA, and people are buying them, and they're willing to pay almost 10,000 gold for it. So that's awesome. Let's open that up and we'll see how much we have. And then as a bonus, I'm just going to go clear out my other realm. I haven't figured out how to incorporate it yet because that's, if I go through every single toon every single time, it's going to be a longer video, which maybe is okay. I don't know. So I'm going to try it out today and tack it on at the end. Anyway, let's check this out. So last week, we ended at 2.7, and then we are at 2.892. So we're almost at 2.9 million, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mark that as 2.9. And I've been making, just hopping on, crafting, doing command tables, and that's really about it. And I only craft on each character maybe once a week, and it's not really even a heavy craft. I maybe spend about 30-40 minutes doing it, and I'm making about 200 gold per week on this realm, just doing that. So we can see the top item was the Plundered Blade of the Northern Kings. Yep, that was an awesome sale. Looks like it went down to 39k now. Total gold spent. This is for like materials and stuff. As you can see, I didn't really spend a lot. Top item, Astral Glory. That's where I did the Roseate, and there's another one that comes out of that as well. Milling. And total profit, 181,000 gold on this realm. So it's pretty awesome, pretty steady gold. It's what I enjoy doing. Let's switch realms here, and I'll show you some of the other stuff I've been doing on this other realm. Okay, this is a completely different realm with some different toons on it. And I've done a couple videos about jewel crafting. So let's just fill in on that. Now, let's see. Let's go ahead and get rid of this expired stuff in here. I'm going to need to list that again. And this has been longer than a week. So we're just going to go all the way through here. And then I'll show you, I don't even know how long it's been. Since 17 days ago. And they're in here for 30 days. So that's almost 2 weeks. But 96,000 gold. I recently leveled this guy up to 60. And let's look at some of the stuff that I'm selling, because this is bizarre. Look at this. The Versatile Lacerite Band of the Aurora. This is a level 87, so level 50s can use it, like Novice Crafter's Mark ring, for 1,104 gold. Now this only cost me 100 to 200 gold to make. That's insane. On my other realm, they sell for like 200 or 300 gold, right? 500 on some of them. So again, this is something that's not going to be integrated when they do the auction house merging for region. You're still going to have your armor and stuff like that, rings, etc., be realm specific. Is the price going to go down a little bit because of the price of the mats? Yes. Is it going to go down astronomically on some of these things? I don't foresee that happening. Another quick band, 792 gold, cost me maybe 100. This is the real kicker here. This is the real thing that I've been making gold on this realm like crazy with jewel crafting, besides selling the rings for astronomical prices. And this is a high pop realm as well. It's supposed to be anyway. It's Emerald Dream, and they say that it's high pop, so I don't know. Straddling Sage Agate. So this is 2 of them for 9,000 gold. Let me just, and I keep bringing this up in like streams and everywhere, but this is so like such a good way to make gold. Look at this. So we don't want that. We want straddling. So we want to look at the straddling sage agate. Look at this. So this is selling for 4,000 gold. If you buy this, it's at 3,644, but you're not going to buy it, right? You're going to mass, what do they call it? Prospect osmanite ore. So let's see. This is selling for right now 4,000, and osmanite ore is what am I doing? Osmanite ore is 50. So you need 20 of them, right? So if you take your 50 times 20, that's 1,000 gold, right? So you're going to take that and then you're going to prospect it. Mass prospect osmanite, and then you're going to prospect it, and boom, there's your sage agate. So it costs you like 1,000 gold to get one of these, and then all you're going to do is you're going to craft that, and that's going to turn into what is it, 3,600 now it's selling for. So you're going to make about 2,000 to 3,000 gold on that. That's all going to be realm dependent, right? Now this is going to change. This will change when the auction house merges, because gems are going to be, I think, region wide. So there's going to be a lot more competition, right? But I still think that people are going to buy these, and that this is still going to be a good method. I think most things that you do are still going to work. It's just going to be less profit altogether. Because right now, if you look at the straddling sage agate, there's 25 people selling it on this realm. That's going to increase astronomically, and the price is going to fluctuate. But the price of osmanite will also go down. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Anyway, that's been killing it. Agile Primal Diamond. Oh, and by the way, I just prospected that. So this is going to be like 3,000 gold. This is like 40 if it's when it sells, 17 gold each. And you get a Leviathan's Eye that sells for 233, or you can craft that into something and sell that for higher as well. So man, like mass prospecting osmanite ore right now is really beneficial for me, really good. Straddling Sage Agate right there, another one. More Sage Agate. Agile Primal Diamond, some more just 87 rings. I don't even have the ability to make the 233s and 262s on this guy yet. Agile Primal Diamond, quick Lacerite Band, 1,000 gold for a level 87 ring. Some more Straddling Sage Agate, or Agate I guess it might be. So that's basically it. Novice Mark rings and necks, and Sage Agate, and also selling some gems. Some of these straddling gems are making a lot as well. Let's see. Straddling Viridium, still making all that. People get these because they want them for speed sets, right? So Straddling Jewel Doublet right there, probably made about 20 gold or so on those, on the current speed ones. And one thing I do want to get on this guy here though, for jewel crafting that I don't have is this. I just need a little bit more rep to be able to learn this. But look how much this is selling for. This is selling for 1,000 gold, and it's going to cost you 8 to make. Isn't that insane? So I'm going to have to make sure that I do that. I just need a little bit more Court of the Harvester's rep. Anyway, that was long-winded, right? So 96k. Let's open that up and try to finish it up here real quick. We only have two more tunes to go through on this. So if you're not doing jewel crafting, I suggest you look into it because it has been very, very good so far for me. All right. I've also got some of the jeweled panthers as well. They just haven't sold yet. Okay, Deadly Bones. This is a leather worker I have on another realm, and it is also insane the amount of gold that the armor and stuff is going for here. So if I can find the mailbox, we will look at it. So it's like the level 87 leather pieces are selling for like 1,000, 3,000, 4,000 gold sometimes. It's bizarre. Also on this guy, I have the ability to craft some of the older stuff, like the Scion hats, some of the War Bear leather jerkins and stuff like that. So let's see. Oh, looks like I've got to repost some stuff here. So let's open this up, and then we'll start going through some of the gold as well. So you can see these Desolate Leather Arm Guards, 320. Arm Guards, 320. Probably just made a couple hundred gold on those. Drums of Ferocity. Those are selling pretty good. Making actually pretty decent. The Drums of Ferocity were making like 87 gold each on, which is pretty good. These are crazy. Look at this. This is the Desolate Leather Cestus. Got to be level 55 to use it, but it's a level 100 item selling for 1,300 gold. That is crazy. Same with the composite bow. 66 gold to make it. 932 gold profit. That's nuts. So here's one that I really was excited about. The Bone Bound Knuckles, which I don't know if we have any of those over here or not. I think they look sort of the same. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, here we go. The Bone Bound Knuckles right here. So 57 gold to make, 942 gold profit. And look, I sold 2 of them right here. That's nuts. These are like a third of the price on my other realm. Primal Life had those left over from somewhere. Shadow Scale Greaves. Again, these are all like level 87s, guys. These aren't like 262s or 233s because I can't even do that on this guy. But look how much this is selling for. Shadow Scale Greaves, this probably cost me 100 gold to make. 5,000 gold. Shadow Scale Vest, 4,900 gold. That is bizarre. If any of y'all have those same prices on your realm, let me know. Like, they haven't sold all the time, but they are selling. Like, look at this. Level 87, 84 gold to make. Just your 87 chest selling for 1,300. That's bizarre. So crazy. All right. So anyway, 47,000 gold on this guy. Let's open that up, and then we'll check on the Transmog Toon that I've been running Transmog on. Okay, Shroom and Boom. Druid, only level 50, 51, I think. I've been doing Transmogs. And I think that this will probably be the guy that I separate off into a separate video about just Transmog farming. As you can tell, I have a bunch of stuff to list, right? So transmog farming is something I've done in the past. I'm just now starting to get back into it. So let's look and see if there's anything cool. Now, this isn't all going to be just transmog. This is going to be stuff I picked up on transmog runs. Like this Corium ore. I picked this up on some Mana Tombs runs. 7 of them for 3,290. That was a nice little extra bonus. All this old cloth here, somebody bought almost 3,000 of them for 300 gold. These moats, they all come from picking up on the transmog runs. So let's see if we have any gear pieces. Wolf Rider's Padded Armor of the Aurora, 950 gold. That's pretty sweet. Blood Knight Helm of the Quick Blade, 1,900. That's pretty good. Pump action bandage gun. Remember these sold for like, what, 12, 1600 on the other realm? 5,000 gold here. Crazy. Commander's leggings of the Aurora, 1,200. Lofty gauntlets of the Quickblade. I think this may have either came. I think this came from Zul'Farrak actually. 2,000 gold. Adamantite ore comes from Manatomes when I run it. Exalted harness of the Quickblade. I believe this came from Sithilus farms. And exalted epaulettes of the Quickblade, 2,000. So altogether 30,000 gold. Let's go ahead and open that up. And then I did run yesterday some Sithilus, and you can see I get some glorious things that sell for almost 5k, but the seller ranking, the seller rate is like 0.01. Glorious has not been selling like it was in the past. So anyway, let's look though at these toons here and see how much we have between all of my toons on this realm. So we'll do it for a week. Let's do it for a month because that's about when I started, and then we'll start keeping track from there, right? So I think if you go past that, there was nothing. It flatlines until about June 22nd, right? So let's go for a month. Now some of these toons I have gold on left over from when this was my main, like Xmog me please 50k. I haven't been on him in forever. His gold's just there. I need to actually probably just move it over and to somebody else and delete him. So anyway, let's look at the amount that we made. So total earned 258,000 gold. There's your WoW token right there, right? Oh, well, I guess you got to minus it and get the profit. Anyway, total gold spent 66,000. That's probably from leveling up and doing things with jewel crafting. Total profit for the month 192,000. Okay, so but most of that is over the last couple weeks, right? So like last week I made 71k on this realm. So this isn't the main one I've been doing. I've just been sort of messing around with jewel crafting. But even on an alternate realm, I mean, I'm still making gold for just part-time play. Top item, straddling sage, agate. I'll probably try to sell the crap out of that before it gets merged with the rest of the region. So, yep, that's it. So how much did we have on him again? 617,000 gold. Yeah, so let's write that down. We'll put that up there as well on the thumbnail there. And then we'll figure out how I want to split these. I think I'll probably do the professions and then split the Transmog guy because that's sort of like a separate thing, right? Anyway, thanks for sticking around. Hey, if you made it to all the way to the end of the video, I mean, like, if you were at this point and you watched from the beginning, we're like a special breed, right? I mean, we play this game and then watch people talk about it for like 30 minutes out of our lives. So we're we're the special ones, right? We've done it, we've made it, we've arrived at wherever it is we were going. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you learned something. I hope that this will help you get the gold that you want to do, or maybe solve something fun that you think you might want to do, or just to pick your brain a little bit about some different items and different ways to sell things. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you like the content. I really appreciate it. Remember, it's just a game. Take it easy. And until next time, I'll catch you all later.